do remember how I met Carol. It was Lori brought her special friend Carol up from Northwest Hospital and thought that she would like to work with us.
Well, I just loved Carol to pieces. She's been my best friend for 33 years. I just kind of calculated that out, and
well, we both worked with Carol for 25 years. We started in the old ICU across town on the Colby campus. We were nights.
Carol worked here. I think Carol's worked here for maybe 25 years, and I've worked here 30, so we've always worked together.
I'd have to say my favorite memory of Carol is the hikes I've done with her. I've hiked the Enchantments with her, and I've hiked the Grand Canyon with her. Grand Canyon, we had a great time. We went down South Kaibab Trail, and Carol almost fell off the trail on her way down. She was hanging off the side of the trail with her big old pack. She had this big old 50-pound pack on her back, and she lost her balance and was hanging off the side of the trail. And we had a great time. We hiked all the way down to the bottom of the Colorado River, and we camped down there and then hiked out and had great memories with Carol.
She would laugh at all my stupid jokes. I'd come up with the dumbest jokes, and there's no way she could think some of them are funny, but she would just laugh, or she did think they were funny, and we just would tell jokes back and forth, and we would just laugh. We'd have a good time laughing. So.
She was a great charge nurse to have. She was so great with families and so encouraging for like a nurse coming back here and starting in a high stress area.
Here on the unit, she was definitely a person that everybody looked up to as a leader, as someone who absolutely was intelligent, very calm and reassuring in a lot of critical situations, and just very nurturing too. She was just graceful all the way around, just lovely.
You know, we did a critical care retreat after the first year that I was here, and she helped lead that retreat, and I didn't realize what a wonderful public speaker she was.
No, we've always had just a lot of laughing, a lot of wine, a lot of stories.
Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing that I know.
And so I went in the room, and the patient's totally disoriented, confused. And I saw there was a newspaper at the side of the bed, so I started reading him the newspaper if I was going to be sitting there with him. And Mike walked in and called Carol down, and they both were at the end of the bed. They just got the biggest kick out of that. And I'll never forget that beautiful smile and that look on her face. And
just such joy and compassion, intelligence, and her and Mike standing at the end of the bed just laughing, and the patient actually responding. And I'll always remember Carol's face that way.
Wait for me to come home. Loving can heal.
Well, I think my favorite memory was when we did our sailing classes together. We both were certified to be sailors, and we had to learn how to do knots, and we had to learn to dock our boat, and we had a wonderful time. And of course, she was much better at sailing than I was, which wasn't fair, but.
With every piece of you, and it's the only thing we take with us when we die. Keep this love in its photograph. We made these memories for ourselves.
She was just very, very kind with her families. She was very good at talking with her families, and getting them on board sometimes where it's very hard in very tough situations. She was very good with them.
Holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. And if you hurt me,
she was taking patients that day. She was usually charge nurse, but this time she had patients. And she just loved her patients and everybody. But her patient was a confused little old lady who Carol insisted on getting her up in the chair, and she was just spent all the time in the world in that room. And she asked me to come help arrange something with the chair transfer. And so I'm in there, and this lady's totally confused, and Carol had already gotten her all cleaned up. She looked great. We got her in the chair. It wasn't a small task. And after she sat down in the chair, Carol reached out, and she had ran down to the cafeteria herself and bought her one of those parfaits from the cafeteria. And the lady, the smile on her face, it didn't matter if she was confused or not. She enjoyed every bite of that. And I just thought how sweet that Carol would think to just go reward her that way and have it all ready once she got up in the chair.
it's okay, baby. Only words bleed inside these pages. You just hold me. I won't ever let you go. When I'm away, I will remember how you kissed.
What I remember about Carol, always working with Carol, is she was someone I could, if I was at a conflict with something, or if I had an issue about doing something, or she's someone I could always someone I could bounce off of and ask her opinion. She would always tell me straight up. She wouldn't BS me. And she'd tell me either I was wrong or how to handle it a different or better way. So she'd always keep me grounded in certain things, which I really appreciated that.
And you need a helping hand, and nothing is gold.
So, I know one thing we used to always say, we were the favorite people to be in charge with. She was my favorite person to be in charge with, and she always said I was her favorite person to be in charge with. So we always really enjoyed each other. And
to brighten up even your darkest night, you just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, baby, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall.
There couldn't actually be a better example as to how to conduct themselves in a workplace and how to show compassion as a new nurse, for an example for her.
You've got a friend. If the sky.
We used to get together at Christmas time, a group of us, and I think all of those Christmases with her, probably my very favorite.
North wind should begin to blow. Keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door.
As far as her family goes, I know that if she gave half as much as she gave to this profession, you guys were in good hands. And we miss her. I'm sure you guys really, really miss her. So my thoughts and prayers are with you guys.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, yeah. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul.
You know, she just embraced life completely with how she lived it. And
You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh, babe, don't you know about winter, spring, summer, or fall? Hey, now all you've got to do is call. Lord, I'll be there, yes I will. Know you've got a friend. You've got a friend, yeah. Ain't it good to know?
Caring, genuine.
Genuine, and she's the person we all wanted to be, but none of us could quite get there. You know, she's just the voice of reason, and she was just kind, was fair to everybody, kind to everybody. It didn't matter if she knew you for 20 years or 20 minutes. She treated you the same.
And you knew she cared about you. There was just no question. She made you feel important.
Carol is a processor. She's full of wisdom. And if you asked Carol about something, you had to be quiet because she would think about it and then she would give you her response. And so if you really wanted Carol's opinion on something, you had to be quiet.
It was just a joy to be around, honestly.
Very easygoing and very sweet. It's very calm and reassuring and supportive and very enjoyable to work with.
Infectious smile, outgoing. She was a friend to talk to.
compassion, it's not a word, but her gorgeous smile. You cannot not remember Carol without that gorgeous, just she sparkled. Her eyes sparkled, her mouth sparkled, her smile sparkled.
Compassion, stewardship.
Carol gave me something. She taught me how to listen. And for that, I am very grateful, and I think others probably are too.
Kind, patient, compassionate. She always stopped and thought about things. I knew that if Carol agreed with what I was saying, then I was on the right track.
Say friendly, warm, and caring.
Was always smiling, gregarious at times.
Joyous and gentle and kind.
And tender, calmness, like zen. She's just like, I can't imagine that she was ever angry in her life. She was just so happy and so calm and at peace.
Till a moment comes, I'll say I did it all.
she always had those words that will probably be mentioned many times is hold each other gently. And I was like, that's nice.
She leaves a huge hole. For such a slim little person, she left a huge hole.
Oh, I have lots of funny stories.
Can you think of one?
I could think of some, but I don't know if I can tell them.
I remember a lot of crazy nights, but it's hard to know who was all involved in those crazy
Did
nights.
you have a favorite memory of Carol or any good stories?
Not that I can tell.